Main studio, I beg your pardon, and speak to the president of the Ghana Journalists Association, Dr. Afel Moni. He, in just around the time the incident happened, led high-power delegation to the family to commiserate with them, and then also spoke quite extensively about how journalists should be treated in the country. And a year on, we want to find out whether those moves have yielded any results. He's joined us in studio for this particular interview. Good afternoon, sir. Thank you for joining us.
Good afternoon.
Yes, to start with, we want to just go straight to the issue of compensation and insurance for journalists. These are men covering the president. And this is unfortunate. Can you say about compensation for especially those who survived the accident but had some severe injuries?
You know, soon after the incident, we made a move which was refracted in a huge partisan losses. And then, but I believe with the confluence of time, what we did and the stand we took will be vindicated. And we spoke to the chief of staff, and then he did assure us that something will be done to compensate the victims of that tragic accident or their families. And we have been following up, and I believe we do recall that the president offered a package to the wife and family of Myanmar. And what is left is the survivors. How the survivors will also be compensated for risking their lives. Some, we all know, were injured so brutally. And it has taken the grace of God to survive, and for some of them to even come back to work. On our part, we have instituted an insurance package which will be approved hopefully on Friday when we hold our annual general meeting. We believe that there's a direct relationship between the welfare of journalists and their professional output. So if you desire an overall output in qualitative output in media performance, that there's a need for us, which are those of us at the umbrella position, to invest in welfare package for journalists. And that's what we have done.
Okay. So from what I'm getting from this this interview, nothing concrete has come out yet of the meeting you had with the chief of staff?
No, except some verbal assurance. As if for our part, we have. So this will be the subject of discussion at the AGM on Friday, the very Friday. So we'll table it before our members. You know, AGM is the highest decision-making body of the association.
Right.
So we have a proposal from insurance companies, and I believe this will
what form is this insurance going to take? So far as you're a member of the Ghana Journalists Association, when you have any issues where insurance is needed, because you're a member, you get to benefit? Is that the form?
Yeah, to come with maybe some premium. So we'll decide how much we should pay towards sustaining that venture.
Okay.
And I believe we had done it before, but except that I didn't receive the approval of some of our members. But what has happened reinforces the need to go back to the drawing board and to institute something which will allocate for the risks and the dangers to which journalists are exposed.
Okay, but we would come to what the GJA has done. I mean, clearly you are waiting, the AGM would raise some of these concerns and bring clarity to it. But a year on, a lot of questions have come up, especially when, around the country, every media house that had a reporter on that trip, started raising concerns. Oh, it's almost a year, or it's exactly a year. Questions were being asked that, what were the demands that the leadership of the GJA put before the chief of staff? And you said just verbal assurance. A whole year is passed on, and we are still waiting on the verbal assurance?
Certainly, I think the verbal work will have to be done before it crystallizes into something else, something concrete, something tangible. And so you're waiting for that tangible response from the presidency. And
would you not think that it would be fair to at least put some timeline to it? because people are still hurting.
Exactly. Before we had discussions with some of the victims, and they did raise concern about how they feel, and we empathize with them, we sympathize with them, and because their welfare is our welfare, and our stand is predicated on the principle that anytime a member is injured, we won't bleed. So as we speak, we are still bleeding profusely from what happened a year ago, and the only way to stanch the blood flow
is to get something.
So
what is it that we were asking for, or you asked for?
Compensation. I believe they can work at the formula, and then a package for the presidential press corps, and their job is so risky that before you can risk your life, you should be assured of something, and we tabled that before the chief of staff.
Okay, and so when next are you looking at meeting the chief of staff or following up on this?
I believe when we meet on Friday at the AGM, we'll devise a strategy to fast track this move, and we'll assure all journalists that we will not flinch from seeking welfare and demanding what is due you, because our job is so risky.
And we are hoping that we wouldn't have just another verbal. We would get something and see something concrete after the next meeting.
This is what we are hoping for, and we will not rest until this is done.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Dr. Afel Moni is the president of the Ghana Journalists Association, and they are assuring all journalists that something concrete will be coming, hopefully after the AGM and thereafter. This is still Midday Live on TV3.